My dear friends, very good afternoon. This is Commander Sudhir at my YouTube channel Pulse Beat of India. I am discussing today the importance of data in today's context and in future. Every one of knows that data is a new currency. Data is the fuel for future and for the present uh, any progress any country is going to make. If you look everywhere in every field, the huge amount of data generation is taking place, and it is by virtue of that half the population of the world, near about more than 3.5 billion people, are using internet, the mobile phone and the smartphone. Numbers are huge. The daily transactions, those are taking place, either the financial transactions or the use of social media is humongous. It is huge data which is being generated. Now this data is not going to reduce as we are in this connected world. In this connected world, the digital transformation which is taking place, the data is going to make a big difference in future. Now this data which is being generated, that how we store it, how we are going to use it, how different techniques we are going to use of data analytics or analytics of metadata or big data is making a huge difference in every sphere of life. Now here my recommendations for India or for any other nation is that we have to try to capture, to gather the data in real time in every field is going to make difference. In India's context, I am taking about that the next census which is going to take place, that data must be captured online, and there must be a provision that any change, like whatever the parameters for the census we decide, and now the computer service centers are operating in villages, and the entire villages are also connected through some kind of connectivity, near about more than 2.5 lakh or 3 lakh. Either they are connected by the fiber optic links, or the people are having the mobile connectivity. We must ensure that this dynamic process of census should not be after a periodic time, say 5 years, 10 years or 15 years, but it must be a continuous process, a dynamic process where we capture the census data in real time. Is it difficult? Certainly not difficult. The kind of an infrastructure which has been laid by either by the government through BharatNet or through Airtel or through Geo fiber optic link, all these can contribute toward this mission. We have to work in mission mode to capture this data, and once we do this in real time, and every day, if any birth is taking place, any death is taking place, any change in the family structure, what we want to capture in census must be captured in a dynamic process. Now I'll come to that all the schemes like Manrega, where the funds are being sent to the village, that data also must be connected in real time. The geotagging with the work, but actual how much progress has taken place, that all should come online. The same way subsidies, the same way the most important, which is going to make a huge difference in India progress and towards India GDP, is going to be that if we capture real time data about farmers, the entire land, what crop is going to be produced by the farmer, how much acreage is ready for the paddy crop, or say for sugarcane, for pulses or for different, then this real time data which is going to be generated in a dynamic process through farmers from villages, then you can control that which crop is needed, which crop this season is not needed, or that advisory could be given to the farmers that please produce so and so crop, the value crop, so that they will not find, in onion season everyone is growing onion season and then they are not getting price. The potato season in a particular part of India, they are growing potato, they are not getting good price. So that will be the huge change by this data collection in real time I am talking about. There are different methods where it could be collected. Efforts are needed initially, but then it can become a dynamic process. Now the same way, like pollution control or in Jal Sansadan Mantralaya, everywhere this real time gathering must be given the most important. The UAVs, drones could be used in these techniques. GIS tagging and all these provisions are available today. And once we collect this kind of a data, same way employment data, the migration workers, the workers those are working in unorganized sector, then what will happen, all these process, and even about the food products, especially that how the supply chain is to be maintained, so that from one part to the another part the cost is being controlled, the supply chain gets connected to the global supply chain. So this real time data certainly going to play a very important role even in supply chain management. We need to develop a data strategy. Once we develop this data strategy, then we have to make awareness about it, that how this data is important. Once we start using this dynamic data generation in real time for all the government schemes, those are meant for the development of nation or rural development or urban development, even including into the smart cities, and all the funds those are being allocated by the central government as well as by the state government, they'll be having this depository or repository of this data in real time, and that will play a role. Now we need to understand this data analytics could be used by the existing software, but nowadays AI, artificial intelligence, is making huge difference. Once you are creating a sort of this AI design or AI algorithm, you call it that, or you call it AI engine. When you are applying to this data, this entire data could be processed very fast, and then it is going to predict or it is going to produce the information in a very short time, that how effectively, how optimally this data and all these efforts and utilization of resources could be utilized is going to make huge change in the increase in GDP, in the increase in the income of farmers, even putting all the subsidies and efforts to the last mile. Even now, Honorable Prime Minister has announced the free ration to the last mile. But I am sure when this ration distribution is taking place, there are many people, those have got the ration cards, but they are not entitled, but still they are getting this free ration. So that everywhere, whatever the reduction into the leakages could be made, the corruption in government processes could be avoided, and this real-time data collection will make a huge difference. Now, as I have told, that this AI engine is going to be used in data analytics, where the machine learning is also going to make a difference. Now, the ultimate combination which I am suggesting over here is artificial intelligence, data. Data, you can define big data or metadata in any sphere or any sector of the life, even in retails and consumption and demand generation, everywhere this will be. and then the fast processing. Now, when you are using AI engine based on the machine learning, the algorithm, and you are processing the data, you are using these AI engine based data analytics, then the speed or the scale which is needed is going to be provided by the quantum computing. So India needs to pay a very, very utmost attention and the topmost priority to carry out research in this field. And this is the ultimate combination. This is the winning combination for the progress, for the development of nation, for utilization of resources. I am sure the huge amount of expenditure could be reduced once everywhere, even into the judicial system, if we are having the the maintenance of data in real time, and then we are using AI based analytics for this utilization of data in real time, ML, and then quantum computing. Very fast we must develop the quantum computing capabilities, because this combination of AI, ML, big data, analytics, and quantum computing is an ultimate answer for the future. At the earliest, we set up the research. At the earliest, we collect this data in real time in every sphere of life, whatever is happening in any sector, even into the defense manufacturing, what all parts we are making, what we need in the future, what is the raw material we are using it. All these, what I am trying to say now, India has to take big strides. We can't think of, the progress in incremental phases. Now we have to go into the leap and bounds, and when we want to take big strides, we have to use the youth power. And today youth is skilled, and if we put little efforts to make youth more skilled, to use these techniques of data collection, data gathering by many methods, and bringing out these mathematical models, those are going to be supported by AI, ML, and then computational speed is going to be provided by quantum computing. With this, I am sure the government of India will take utmost attention towards this, and the efforts have already been made. A lot of money has been provided in projects supporting these technologies, but I am sure even in the private universities, government is going to give funds where this kind of research is being progressed. With this, till I get next on to the technology front, this is my technical series of lectures. If you like this video, please press like and then subscribe my channel, YouTube channel Pulse Beat of India. Thank you very much.